All right, welcome everybody to, I believe this is the first stream of EKU esports since last semester.
Yeah, I believe so.
And we are getting into some R6 action.
Ooh.
So I know you're new, you're joining us.
Yeah,
and go
first
ahead and
time.
introduce yourself to everybody.
My name's Dakota. I'm actually new to the broadcasting, but if you tuned in to streams last semester, I'm on the Valorant team, so hopefully we'll get to see some of that this semester too.
Awesome. So R6 last year, very successful season. We were in the playoffs. Oh, we're going flawless. We ran to the team going into our semifinals matchup, and unfortunately we dropped that game. But we were able to win on the loser side of the bracket, so we finished third place in the division. So this afforded us a little bit of wiggle room, and we've actually jumped up into a harder division now. We are facing the top 8 teams in ECAC for R6. So
yeah.
No more free wins, no more gimmies. We're playing with the big dogs.
We're in the big league now.
Yes, we are, and we are starting off here on Night Haven Labs, and this is pretty, pretty typical for the bans that we usually see. Obviously, getting rid of Ying, Ace and Mira got to go as well, and Purdue, the team that we'll be playing up against tonight, will be having their last ban, and that's going to be the Azami.
Yeah.
So.
Pretty standard.
Talk to me about what you know about R6.
Now, I was big into this game, way too much time a couple years ago. I spent years, high school time, in this game.
Yeah.
This was my high school game, and I kind of fell off it a little bit recently. Since I've come back, they've whole new game, pretty much. We see now here on the screen, those backgrounds and stuff, all new since I've been playing. It's like colorful now.
Yeah, for sure. But, you being on the Val team, you will be able to give just a little bit of insight. The games, despite being drastically different, do share that same kind of style. 5v5, plant the bomb to win, that same kind of tactical shooter vibe.
Yeah,
so we're going to be starting off
those
here.
tac shooters.
Yep, EKU going to be on the offense. As they're going to be droning out these sites. And I believe we are on first floor? No, looks like we're going to be on roof or second floor here.
Yeah, and we got some pretty strong agent picks here, though. Could be Ace, Blitz, Lion, and Maverick. I'm a big Maverick player right here, man after my own heart.
Yeah. I believe Moko is the newcomer to this roster. Last year we had Boxin on the team. And he has since graduated, so we'll be starting with Moko on the roster. Kolvix as well is a name that I don't believe I recognize from last semester, but nevertheless.
Well, we'll see. Let's hope for a good game from him.
I'm hoping so. We got the mute on the other side for Purdue, and some pretty typical agents, the Malusi as well, to Warden for those flashbangs, and obviously the Cade for the hatches, the walls, all that shebang.
Now, I don't know if you know this, actually, Warden, as a character in lore, is from Louisville, Kentucky. So that is a representing here.
Yeah, that sounds about typical, especially when you consider the demographic that he is. That mustache, I think that sells it for me that he is from hometown Kentucky.
Attackers dropped the diffuser.
And that's going to be a C4 out from Natural, catching him off guard there.
Unlucky there.
Lomo's going to drop. Sin's going to be able to find Wrath.
Nice trade coming in.
And it's a 4v4 now. So we're getting some technical issues over on the observer side, just trying to figure it out. But no problem it is. Still early in the round, lots of angles being held, still a lot of drone coverage getting figured out.
Yeah, I think after that first pick, they decided to play a bit slower here before the
but
entry.
Actually, Moko, he's able to find an angle, and there's a gunfight going down.
The diffuser.
He's going to have to back off of that. There's a push coming through from Stairway. They have line of sight onto the bomb.
See, he's got some reinforcements coming in.
Yeah, gunfight's going down. They're pushing on in. Blitz wants to be there for the flash. A couple of shots go back and forth. Here comes the line. No movement. And a nice pick out of Natural. That gives him 2 on the round. Shots go through some things with the peak hole. Not going to be able to find anything there. As we slowly go down. But Moko pushing it with the Blitz takes down 1. Is going to find Kolvik's drop, leaving Moko in the 1v3. And he is going to fall. Just picked apart slowly by the defense from multiple angles. And that's going to get pretty round.
That wall is heartbreaking.
Give Purdue round number 1. They're gonna go to basement now. I know you said you got into this a little bit early on in the game cycle. I was as well. So this map is actually pretty new to me still, even though it's one that our team enjoyed playing all of last semester. They didn't actually end up playing it much. Chalet, Cafe were their strongest maps. They enjoyed picking those. But this one was
the classics right there. Those are the ones I always spend the time on.
This was actually their third pick most of the time. So whenever they couldn't get one of those off, they opted to play this map. Pretty usual. But I still think I need to find my way around it. I'm still not quite confident.
Looks like we got a couple picks changing here for EKU. Keeping that Dakota being the Maverick, but we've got Nomad Thermite now, and that's a newer agent icon since I've been here. We'll have to see when they load in.
Indeed, no more Buck. I can't remember the operator's name, but I think it's Flores, actually, if I'm not mistaken. We will see the Dakota switch out for the Jackal.
And we got Twitch there.
Switch as well. So the only hard breacher is going to be that Maverick.
We'll try saying that one 3 times fast.
We actually have an Onyx and a Valkyrie on the side of Purdue, so looking to gain a little bit more info there. As we start off once again.
With that Onyx especially, I think we can be expecting a roamer here.
Yeah, definitely, and it's probably why they opted for the Nomad. Shots going down early, just getting rid of some windows, trying to figure out where they can go, poke and prod. Drones leftover is always a good situation to be in.
Oh, yeah.
As we're looking to push in. Nice little hop and skip through there.
That's clean. Made it look easy.
And something you'll notice about this EKU team, I think, they like to take their time both on offense and defense. Really secure themselves a nice push that they can go off of in the late round, as well as their game on defense is simply stall.
Oh, yeah. They're definitely putting that tactical into action.
Valkyrie pinged by the Jackal. Doesn't look like anything's going to come of it. We're still 5 versus 5. Half of the round gone. Gunshots going through, and that's going to take Think down to half health with a nice little ping hole in the floor. And Sin is going to get dropped by Natural. Quick peek there. And just a lot of info going out, and I believe Purdue's game is simply roam. Catch people off guard, a ping onto the Onyx. So that information will come through. They have him trapped in a corner, and that should be a clean kill for Moko. Way to react off that info. Swing comes through, gunshots go down. They've got a minute left in the round here.
Yeah. We're going to start making their play pretty soon here.
Looks like they are. They've worked down to the basement. Just a matter of figuring out where they can push from, find what angles are there. The challenge is coming through. Swing, one player drops. Trades quickly there. He's going to revive Moko. Great play there, I think. But the C4 was in too soon. Lomo finds a kill, but Natural on the trade. 2 versus 2. 40 seconds on the clock. Health advantage to Purdue, just barely. Think. Was tagged up, remember, from that peek hole. Shots from above. Also tags up Lomo. Dire straights. 7 HP left. And the spike is beginning to go down. Oh, it almost has the shots, but not going to be able to finish it off. That player goes down. Great kills from Think. And the 1 versus 1. Any sound cue could be the difference here. Quick Cape going to find his 3rd in the round. Hops the spike. Look at my Valorant pointing. Hops the spike, hops right back off. Flashbang going through. Is going to hit it. Tags the... I believe he's going to stick it here. He is going to stick the defuse. I think he's going to get it. No, he hops off and will be able to find the kill. Unfortunately for EKU, Quick Cape makes a great play there. But there was really nothing else for Think to do. He had to check the bomb.
That was a close round, and that 2 health doesn't help.
Correct. He was able to hop off of it just in time to grab that. And I believe Quick Cape found 4 into that round. So, an early deficit for EKU. What do you think they could do to maybe turn this one around?
Really, when it comes to those tack shooters, you learn quickly, especially after those round 2. Like we mentioned with Quick Cape getting 4 there, you got to figure out who is that target. Who are you wanting to try to get that quick pick on, maybe even the odds on. And maybe we'll see here trying to come in, figure out how they played specifically. But I think they were holding sight. They weren't one of the lurkers, were they?
There were a couple. I think the Mute in particular was definitely roaming up top above the site, causing EKU to go into that health deficit early on due to some quick angles. So I think part of it will be, clearing out those 1 or 2 roamers, but they were definitely heavily playing site towards the end round. We got to that 4v4, pretty much all of it was happening in the basement.
Yeah.
Similar composition here. We will see the Pulse and the Maestro picks there, as well as the Flores coming out for Purdue. IQ pick out of Sin, going to be a new one there. And no more Thatcher. We'll be switching back to the Flores drones, I believe.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
No spawn peaks really to worry about. Doesn't seem like Purdue's interested in going for those. It was a little cheeky.
Reload.
There you go.
Torch ready.
Unfortunate time to be spectating right there, and missing that camera. Happens to the best of us.
These guys certainly have better aim than I did.
Oh yeah, I'll be putting a clip into those cams sometimes.
Going for the early Maverick trick here on the overall. And again, it looks like EKU is wanting to work top down. We can actually get an early gunfight here. The drone goes through. And he's got to be careful that C4 comes in, but the gunfight's what matters. As Natural's going to be able to pick up 1. And he's been a king of those first bloods so far. Flashbang out. And they have to be careful of this. A great pick. Thing following up there. As Sin now in a gunfight towards Stairwell. Manages to take Yellow down to below half health. So health advantage actually in favor of EKU. Breach goes through. And both of these teams like to take their time. No early round action.
Looks like they've spotted an Evil Eye there.
Working vertical is what this team does best. The thing gonna drop down, look for some kills on the same plane. 1 minute on the clock. Still plenty of time to work with. That's gonna put a dent in the plan though. Quick Cape. I feel like Purdue's C4s have been rock solid so far.
They have been amazing.
But the top down breach could look to secure a couple kills for EKU, but Purdue do a great job of slipping the net. Early shots go down. Sin's gonna be able to win that gunfight onto Wrath. A great win for him. Health about even between these two teams.
IED sweeping. Bomb located.
30 seconds now. They have to work a plant. Here soon. Mako goes in. He's gonna be able to start laying this down. No C4 sounds like it's coming out. No challenges in for Purdue. Eastern Kentucky gets the spike down. The spike down again. There it goes. The diffuser down.
I don't even notice you do it.
1v2. Quick Cape's going to be able to win that one. Think on the trade. And there's this vertical prowess that EKU is showing. And Think doing a great job not overcommitting this gunfight. Sin's going to be able to drop the diffuser. Quick Cape quick on the trading. Quick Cape. He's on track for 4 again. Sin has to be careful here. He's gonna get it from up top, and Eastern Kentucky University will take their first round in the ECAC 2024-2025. Really a well-executed round.
Very well.
Overall. Cleared out 2 roamers.
And that's the issue you find with roaming, is by the time that 30 seconds hit, they were all up on that second floor looking down. So they had that practically free plant there.
Yep, they were able to walk on site very easy, get that spike down, and then they had a Sin up top on the angle was able to clean up the 1v1. For a second, I thought Quick Cape was going to do something absolutely absurd once again, but
Oh, yeah. Quick Cape is a force to be reckoned with in this game.
for sure, as he sits 5-2. Wait, no, 5-1
Flying jammer.
so far. In natural as well, 7-2. Certainly putting in quite a bit of work here early on. Those two leading the pack over on Purdue with 12 kills in total. On the side of Eastern Kentucky, Think and Sin both doing their job as best they can, as
Attackers have located a
Noko, I
bomb.
believe, is going to be filling our support role, carrying the spike and running the Montaigne here
Oh, yeah.
in round
Monty
number 4.
Love to see how they play that into it.
Attackers' objective is to defuse a bomb.
Antenna active.
Now, someone in chat can feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that this map is defender-sided. I believe if Torsten is watching, Torsten can correct me, but Torsten, I believe, said last year this map was defender-sided. If that is the case, obviously going to expect to see a few more victories here out of Purdue just on this side. But actually a lot of activity going around this corner. As, I believe the K trick is going off, and Thermite trying to get it off here, but the Tuberale as well not exactly helping the case.
No, that is something I am completely new to. They just froze a wall. That is a completely different game than when I was playing.
Yep, Tuberale, his main thing is just deny the hard breachers, slow their abilities down, give more time pretty much for the bandit Cade trick.
Yeah.
It's going to put quite a bit of a wrench into Eastern Kentucky University's plan as well, because they have no more Thatchers available. Hard breach is unlikely at this point. A gunfight goes the way of Purdue early. This Quick Cape is going to be able to swing and take that one down.
Attackers have dropped the
Gunfight
bomb.
goes back and forth. FPS is going to take down Noko. Half the round gone. Sin going to be able to pick up Wrath. Goes for the second kill. Gets quite a bit of damage on him. Not going to be able to drop him. 4 versus 3 here. Oh, and that's spiked down. That's going to be really difficult to claim in the minute they have left, especially with all this oppressive utility. Yeah, the Malusi just triggering every time Kolvix tries to walk through. And a gunfight win that's narrowly won by Yellow. And this round's certainly going to go to Purdue. Well, looks like we will be getting a timeout for EKU after this round. As Yellow's going to drop on the last. Round 4 goes the way of Purdue.
It's well played. Not much you can do there in that situation. They're just holding you from 3 different angles.
Something I will say, though, is Purdue is not at all afraid of taking aggressive gunfights early in the round. And I think that goes to show the difference in skill level from what EKU has been playing. Last year when we would watch this team, a lot of the teams that they would play almost felt like they were scared to make a mistake.
Yeah.
Purdue, they're confident in what they're doing, they're confident in the game plan, they're going out, they're taking the challenges, and they're so far capitalizing on it. Now, defense, I believe, is easier to make those maneuvers on. Attack, you're more likely to get punished going down one early. And it's all about that time pressure that these teams can produce on one another. As you can see, Natural 8-2 early on, Quick Cape 6-1. I mean, those two are laying it down early on.
Yeah, we're seeing these just scary fast picks from Purdue here.
In a game like this, man, you gotta get that first blood advantage. If you're not able to pick up the first kill, it's gonna be hard to convert a lot of these rounds.
Yeah, you start that round with a 4v5, it is just an uphill battle the entire time. Unless you get that instant trade, then you're still probably at that health disadvantage.
Super hard to recover from those kinds of of situations. I mean, realistically, 5v4, 4v3. You're not really supposed to win those.
Yeah.
It's sort of a miracle come situation. You know, someone finds a two-piece they probably shouldn't. You know, other side makes a mistake they probably don't need to be doing. It's more of a mental game at this point. Both of these teams can clearly aim, can clearly take the duels. Most of them being won within inches of life. It's all about the decision making.
And it seems we've got kind of that. It looks like we've got our team comp pretty nailed down. It's consistently been these few agents. There again, Valorant agents,
5
operators, and Siege.
The Val brain is strong.
It is so strong. I've been playing all day.
It's gonna be Lomo on the ram this time around. Kolvik's on, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. The operator icons, they elude me. Early drones out. Lomo is able to find an early pick, and that is what they need. On to FPS.
EKU right there.
That's gonna take down the Malusi. And notice there's no Tubarão this time, so going to be relatively easy to grab the breach here, especially with it being a Maverick on top. It's just all about working this basement. You want to work top down. As you can actually see, Purdue is still roaming all across the map. They are controlling all 4 floors. Yeah, right over top of the window entrances, looking for some free kills. And those gunfights are going to be so huge. Mocha, I believe, is looking to find this kill. He's going straight into the guns of 2 players. With the spike, he must be careful. Lomo is going to get dropped, however. Early gunfights go which way? Sen's going to be able to take down Cape.
And they tagged a bit there on natural.
They did. Minute and a half left in the round. Still plenty of time to work with, especially in a 4 versus 3. EKU needs to be careful about info they give up and the angles that they take. Because this Purdue team, they love to make all sorts of crazy angles. Gunfight's going down, and the one on the stairwell, Kolvix takes down Wrath.
Reloading.
It's a great gunfight win. Health disadvantage
Ooh, that is
strong
timing.
here for Purdue. Kolvik's been trying to reload for the other half of a minute. Finally gets it done. Now it's just about how do you want to work this site?
Attackers have dropped the bomb.
Ooh. Oko goes down. That's going to drop the diffuser with 40
Attackers
seconds
have
left.
recovered their diffuser.
They will be able to recover it. The gunfight's on the table are not looking great for EKU. Naturally, able to pick up another. 2 versus 2 now. Diffuser will go down, and health advantage still in the way. Yellow is down as well, and Sin will be able to pick up that last player there. Nice shots.
Sure, I saw Yellow holding that C4 for a second in that round, and that was starting to make my heart beat. They have been electric with that C4 usage this whole game. I think I've seen more C4 kills in the first couple rounds of this than I have in my career.
Yeah. That's how they get you. Oh, it looks like we're Quick Cape going to be leaning into that kind of roamer role with the Vigil. Kolvik's again going to be on Brava here. We might see the switch off as they move into this. Opting for no Cade here on the defense, so likely not worried too much about any sort of breach, especially being in the basement. They're going to want to play vertical anyways, so no real worry about getting heartbroken on the site.
Yeah, especially with that Maverick pick every round, you don't really have to worry about that hard breach, because a lot of it's just those quick picks through those holes that makes them fall.
You know, we're actually going to see the swap to Deimos from Think. Dokkaebi coming back from
10
Sin.
seconds to go.
The Lion pick is in, and then looking to maneuver across
5
the vertical
seconds to go.
plane. That's going to be switching over to Buck for Lomo. As you can see,
Attackers
this
are
is
moving out to
definitely
locate a
a
bomb and
comp
defuse it.
designed to fight against Purdue and their vertical alignment.
Yes. Especially that Demos. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the one that's like almost like that tracks your footprints, but it's just one person and marks each other. Kind of that 1v1 agent.
I believe so. I believe so. 3-2 here going into round number 6. And if you are new to R6, just tuning in to support Eastern Kentucky University, it is 1st to 7 is the winner. However, if we do go OT, oh, that's certainly not what you want to see. Natural goes on a run out and finds 2.
Swapping mags.
But if we go OT, it'll be 1st to 8.
Death mark on the way.
Solus has been marked.
Target acquired.
This is going to take some work now from EKU in the 5 versus 3 to make this work.
Launching drone.
Oh, and Wrath just caught off guard, not really aware of the situation, but FPS quick on the trade. Yellow gonna find Think, and Moko is stuck between multiple rocks and multiple hard places. That's a quick round for Purdue.
Especially that rotate around. There's not much you can do against that.
Yeah, that early run out from Natural really kind of killed any sort of momentum EKU had there, but that puts us at the halftime mark for the map number 1, so we will see the side switch here. And honestly, not too bad of a margin for what I believe is a defender-sided map. 4-2 is certainly easy enough to overcome. So we'll be starting off on the 2nd floor.
I'm definitely liking their odds here. 4-2 is not bad.
Attackers need to locate and
You can
defuse
certainly
as
see
many
it
bombs as they
in EKU's roster composition here.
Initiate
They
jump.
certainly prefer stalling for time on the defense. They've got the mute jammers, they've got the Cade traps, frost bats, and the tuberal once again to be able to freeze some of that hard breach potential. As we look at Purdue, it's funny how much it mirrors their play style on defense. They're very aggressive on defense, very much a rush composition here on the offense.
Especially getting that Ash in there. That is just running
Ash,
and
Blitz, Demos, they'll certainly do it.
Swapping mags.
Attackers objective is
Let's
to
see if
locate a bomb
EKU's
and
prepared for this quick rush attack.
The unstoppable force meets the movable object here in round number 1 of the new half. As Purdue is already making their way inside. Gunfight's going down early on. This is a nice little angle from Lomo.
Yeah.
Certainly can do a lot here. Oh, and he sees the drone, gonna be able to take that one down.
Lights out.
Drone's ready.
Another one's up the stairwell as well. A couple of pings going out. Two are all gonna slow the heart breach. Believe it's also cage tricked. And just like that, some minutes gone by. See, Yellow finds the pick on Lomo, takes him off of the shield. And that's going to cause EKU to pivot pretty hard here. Yellow's going to be able to open up, find the second.
Disabling electronics.
And EKU is just doing their best to stall here. Trying to figure out where they need to be, where they need to go. This thing thinks he has a read, and he's correct. He knows where they're coming from. He hears the audio.
Especially with that shield, prepping that C4 is what you want to do.
Doesn't let it fly just yet. He's careful. And that swing, the pre-fire from Wrath takes down Kolvix. Yellow is going to drop, however. And fortunately, Quick Cape will find the back of Thing. I mean, Sin is left in an impossible task. Is going to be able to drop Wrath. Flash comes in, C4 goes out.
Attackers are activating the bomb
Smoke down
diffuser.
as well. Taking a gunfight, runs into the Blitz. Gets pushed down, Quick Cape for the knife. As Purdue, their rush is successful after our first blood opening.
It's kind of what we were expecting with that hyper aggro. Once they got that first pick, they were on that site, ready to take advantage of it.
To be fair to EKU, I mean, they responded very well. You saw how quick the rotation was, but they let it build up, they let it simmer, and that's the one thing about being aggressive, you know. I think it's, again, shows the separation between the tiers, you know. Eastern Kentucky last year, they would play a super aggressive team. Once that team got a pick, they would get super aggro and aggressive and would make a mistake. Purdue, they do a great job. They get one pick, they wait and regroup, and then take another fight together. And it looks like we will be transitioning a little bit more to try to stall this rush. Cade now, as well as the Legion, Castle, and Captain picks, really designed to block off this kind of rush push that we see out of Purdue. We are bringing the Blitz back for them, the Deimos as well. Switching off of the Ash, bringing in a Dokkaebi and Lion. This is certainly going to be more of the same from Purdue.
5 seconds to insertion.
Especially with that Jackal Demos pick, they're not wanting any lurks to be caught off
Attackers are
guard
moving
right
out
there.
to locate the bomb and defuse
This is a clear out the roamers kind of setup. EKU, they're going to look to stall fully. This can get really dangerous for Lomo here. Some of the angles in that room are absolutely disgusting. He managed to get out just in time. They know that's where the push is coming from. EKU, they've got a lot of support over this way.
Swapping mags.
Oh, and he just spots the body. Is he going to be able to find a pick? He does. Actually, that's Stink on the help. FPS is going to drop. No one spotted by the Lion. 5v4. Moko going to pick up Wrath. And this is a good job from Lomo to just stay back. Getting chased by the Blitz. He manages to escape once more. Help is on the way. The Cavalry has arrived. And Moko picks up his second in the round.
Great peel there from Moko.
A way to get the hell out of Dodge.
Reloading. Cover me.
This is certainly going to have to be a miracle round for Purdue. Not a whole lot of util to work with besides the Lion ping. At this point, if you're EKU, you really can just camp the site. No info is really going to be useful here for Purdue.
Yeah, our biggest mistake we can make here is getting too confident on that 2v5.
Yep, taking swings we don't need to.
Especially with some of those pre-fires and stuff we've seen from Purdue this round.
Death mark on the way.
Even in a 2v5, it is an intimidating team to be against.
Yeah, and just like that, there's the help. I mean, that's exactly what you want to see. That's the way you gotta play it. There for the help, there for the free kill. Purdue probably going to take a little bit of time out of this 1 minute. Discuss what their options are for the next round.
Swapping mags!
Deploying
C4.
C4 goes out.
We might be able to see a flawless here. Dakota doesn't get one before they go down, too.
I think if you're Purdue here, you probably reconsider strategy moving forward, especially against this set of operators. But there's gonna be the flawless. He walks straight to the cap can. We'll see
Three of
them on one door.
They did not want someone going through that door.
Yeah.
Now I was going to mention that seems to be a weak point of Purdue here is they got last round. Honestly, it might have been yellow as well. Went right into one of those frost traps. So they're playing fast, but they're also playing a bit risky.
A little loose for sure, and again, some more time stalling operators coming out. Kolvik's on the Clash. More than likely there to counter that Blitz in a more aggressive way, but we'd probably see Blitz get switched up here as soon as they spot the Clash. Warden as well, dealing with those flashbangs.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
The Blitz is always a good pick until you're one of those last few alive, and then you just start
Yeah.
feeling like a turtle with your belly exposed.
And month end's even worse for that kind of thing. But we will see Lomo back on the frost. The frost traps. I think that's his staple. The frost traps and the shield placements are one of Lomo's key signatures here on this R6 team. EKU, they want to win at least 3 straight to guarantee overtime.
changing mags.
4 straight would be
10 seconds
nice
to
to
go.
guarantee the win.
All set to jam the meridian.
5 seconds to
Certainly
insertion.
is doable.
Ready for company.
Especially with that pressure on you. When you're in that seat,
Attackers must locate
You
and
want
defuse
it.
the bomb.
I'm out. Gotta reload.
I'm ready for you, Bomb 6.
Deploying mobile cover.
Located target.
oh, there's a classic right there.
Back on second floor. EKU lost this the first time around to the face of overwhelming pressure.
I dare you.
Early tags onto Wrath. Through a window. The Maverick trick starting to come in here from Purdue. I think has put himself in a close little corner, and this could get tricky if he leaves himself in here. The gunfight through the peephole. Wrath is able to take it off the head. He goes for the challenge, and he's gonna drop to Wrath as well.
Setting needles.
That is a
That's good.
risky challenge there.
Yeah.
Are they going to be able to pick think up?
They're gonna need to be able to pick things up here if they want to take this one away at minimum.
Oh, and then that's great usage of that clash there. Cover your teammate while they crawl to safety.
I think it's gotten away, but here's the problem is now here comes the push. Yeah, here comes a lot of the pressure Purdue is putting out. Yellow finds Sin. Clash is getting tagged up from multiple angles. 3 drop for Eastern Kentucky. Moko left in the 1v5, not going to be able to pull it off. And
They got a lot of pressure on them there. It's harder to tell when you're observing there, but you notice those little red circles above them. That has a status effect on them. There was
Yeah.
about 4 at one point
Yep.
in that. There were a lot of pressure on them.
yeah, it's so much pressure there. As soon as one domino fell, Think felt like he had to make a play. He took a swing, and Wrath, I mean, he's not been lights out this game, but Wrath has gotten the key kills when he needed to. And those were 2 that he picked up. And once they saw that they were in a 5v3, they were just committing to the pressure. You're gonna see the smoke pick now. Maybe try to stall and grab more
Defenders,
time.
protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
So we'll see a different site here. We'll be on first floor. Not your standard pick, I believe,
Setting.
on a defensive maneuver. Eastern Kentucky, they need 3 rounds here in order to stay in this one.
Oh, yeah. I'm interested to see how that smoke does come into play here.
Swapping mag.
A lot of area denial, a lot of time denial. It's the game that EKU plays. It's interesting to see how they are facing this aggressive powerhouse that is Purdue.
5 seconds to go.
Looks like they thought about switching that Ash up, but ended up sticking with
Attackers'
it.
objective is to locate
Keeping
a
that
bomb and
fast-paced
defuse it.
gameplay in.
They probably wouldn't if it weren't for the frost, to be honest. Getting rid of those shields and those frost traps with the ash charges is pretty good util.
Moving forward. Device activated. Let's proceed slowly!
Maverick Trick's coming in again. Same angle as before from Wrath. And there's the Monty. That C4 will do a good chunk of damage to Kate.
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
And Sin is going to be able to pick him up. That will get rid of the diffuser. Quickly is picked back up. A
Attackers dropped the
4v3 or
diffuser.
4v5 now. And Lomo does have to be careful of Wrath on that heady. I mean, that is a disgusting angle to be on.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
Reload!
A bomb has been located.
And there's that status effect again. The there could be phone calls going out. Information gained for Purdue. That's actually going to help them make a pretty easy decision here. As they're able to just confidently push up, they take quite a bit of space here on the top floor. Gunfight goes down. Wrath able to pick up Coldix. Gunfight from top. Yellow wins it. Wrath finds the second. As it all comes collapsing down onto EKU. Natural wins a gunfight on the Moko. And Think now in a position to makes something egregious happen. Picks up Wrath. Dokkaebi is down by the way of a frost mat.
Flashbang out.
And info on him easily gained though from the phone call.
I mean, it is that 1v3, but you look at their health.
User has been dropped.
This is doable.
This is certainly not the most impossible task I've ever seen. Oh, think don't do
Recovered
it.
the diffuser.
And think he's out of there. Doesn't get greedy. 40 seconds on the clock. This is actually an eternity in a 1v1. Health advantage goes the way of Think. Takes the challenge and wins it. The 1 versus 3 for Think.
Oh, those are the rounds you like to see.
You want to win a match, sometimes you have to win rounds that you probably shouldn't, and that's one of those. Lomo, actually, his frost mat comes in clutch to get that Dokkaebi down to 20 HP.
Oh, yeah.
And think, if you're Think, you gotta feel good about that one. That was a great win out of him.
That was a 1v3 and a dream we just saw there.
Going back to the basement now. Certainly more comfortable for Eastern Kentucky.
It looks like we've got a Hibana pick here now. And Gridlock. They are switching everything up.
Not the striker pick, that would be crazy.
Attackers need to locate.
And it looks
and
like they're gonna
defuse any
opt to
bombs
play a
they
little bit
can.
more vertical here, maybe, with the Buck Lion pick out as well, still for that information. I wonder if we might see a switch off of the thermite, given that they're in the basement.
EDD mounted. Let them go. Device
But they have,
keep an eye
so far Purdue have liked to play top down here on their offense, regardless of site location, and that's why you see EKU setting up consistently towards the top floor and putting a lot of their utility
10
there to
seconds left
stall.
before insertion.
We're seeing that Gridlock pick. I'm interested to see how that works out for them.
Device primed. Keep an eye
Yeah, it'll
on
be
the door.
interesting.
So we didn't have our eyes on them at first, but Natural has really shown us what they're made of.
6-4 here.
Come out,
And there's the early hard breach, the Lion Ping coming out, and I mean,
that's
stuck
such
between a
bad
rock and a
timing.
hard
Thank
place in
you.
Lomo. He manages to climb away with one.
That is the best case scenario, getting caught like that.
Actually, an interesting spot for EKU, given how many people they saw over on that side of the map, the presence there being shown pretty early on. And now you have to make a decision, do you hold ground or do you rotate over? And it looks like they've done a little bit of both here. Sin and Moko rotated over to that side of the map, put some C4s out. I believe Think and Kolvix are remaining on site. It's gonna get dicey. Purdue have taken control of the full top floor. Their goal is to now work down to the bottom. And their first step is going to be clearing out the roamers on first floor. Moko, though, puts a dent in that plan. Cape goes down. Natural going to be able to pick him up on the trade, though. The Lion comes out once more on Sin. He's going to be able to escape. And I believe his goal is to now return to site. Let them ponder about first floor a little longer. Give them control of it.
Looks like Purdue's still on those upper levels too, so they've got a minute before they push in.
Yeah, they finally worked their way through first floor. They've got a minute and 10, though, to make something work here. Think has to be careful, though. These angles could come back to bite them.
Yeah, last thing you want is for someone to sneak up on you while you're looking up.
And he's certainly getting the sound cues from above him. Trying to figure out where to look, and there's the cap can once
That's
more.
triple cap can door.
It's not played commonly, so you don't even really think to expect it. This Kolvix is actually kind of worked up here a little bit. He's kind of looking for some aggressive peek. But 30 seconds left. Hold the fort is the game plan here for Eastern Kentucky. Sin and Think have him locked in.
Bomb diffuser has been
Yellow's
dropped.
gonna drop. Natural left in the 1 versus 3, 15 seconds left. I mean,
You
this
gotta be
is a
careful here,
scenario.
especially natural.
Yeah, you just hold on. Natural finds the first. 8 seconds left. He's gonna have to commit it to a
5
plant
seconds
here
to go.
soon.
Attackers have located.
Kolvix takes some shots, but the diffuser is not gonna
Operators
go
have run out of
down.
time.
Winning
Didn't
on
even
time
have
is
it
what
in his
the
sight.
Plan.
Natural, man, he's a scary one, but the Colonels, they take that one down.
Playing smart, not fast.
All of a sudden, this goes after the back of a 1 versus 3 to potentially tying this one up, taking our map number 1 to OT.
Yeah, I mean, even if they lose this, if you're Think right now, you feel good.
Oh,
feel
yeah.
real good. Could be over already without them.
Montaigne Pit coming out once more.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Interesting as well that they've diverted from the blitz. I feel like since they've moved off of them, their performance on offense has gotten worse.
Yeah,
Using shield.
we saw the end of that one round with that blitz pick. And we got EKU here killing plants.
Yeah.
That was a rude, honestly. I don't know what that plant did to them, but it's out of there. We do love destruction physics in
10
games.
seconds to insertion.
The kind of thing this game is built on. I believe there's some sort of angle that you get when you destroy that planet. You get some,
have to imagine
you
it's
get
a
some
reason.
sort of absurd angle for no reason. We're back on second floor here,
Reloading ammo.
and this is certainly EKU's weakest site from what we've seen thus far.
Second floor is always a scary one to hold because you got that risk from below you and above.
Typically, though, Purdue does prefer.
I did hear something happen. Oh, it looks like there's a small tag on that map
Yeah, it
right
was the
there.
Cade Electric, I believe, onto the Nav. And there comes the Thermite. Double breach. I think their goal here is to just plant with the Monty and like on site on an angle, and then
Yeah.
hold it from that way. And I don't think it's something that EKU really considered, considering their team comp. They have to be careful here. If they give up an early plant, this could certainly be difficult to retain.
Yeah, that's the last thing we want is Purdue defending that point. We want to keep them on the offense here.
Let them run into our
Located by
guns.
attackers.
Good on Lomo. The adjustment made to not take that overly aggressive peek, especially against Wrath, who's been holding it all day long. Kolvix has to be careful here, stuck between a rock and a hard place. Is gonna get out just barely, especially has some help. And half the round's gone here. Wrath, though, is gonna be able to pick up Lomo. Wrath's gonna be able to pick up Kolvix. The put
and
comes
the timing
in.
on
Wrath
the
finds
crouches.
3. And I mean, Think is left in a 1v5. Now, this would certainly be a miracle, man, if Think could pull this off, but
Once again, we have Think and a Dream
Attackers
going for
activated
EKU.
diffuser.
that was just the info combined with the push there from Purdue. Wipes EKU off the map. Wrath finding 3 in the round thus far. Could find 4.
Now
if
that
Think
prone
brings it
angle
to
on the
him.
left will be dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, so many angles to consider, so many things to worry about.
Yeah, not much you can do there if you think.
Yeah, and Purdue, they managed to hold on to it. We rallied towards the end, but Purdue gets there eventually. And that is going to be map number 1 to Purdue. As we're going to head to Bank up next here in map number 2. Take a look at the stat line there. And that's something.
Those are just, I mean, those are close games.
Yeah.
I hope we're getting that close throughout the whole time, but it's entertaining for sure to watch them get that close.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, we had that Think 1 versus 3 in the middle
yeah.
there. And for a sec, I thought that was going to be the rallying cry for which the Colonels, they come back and somehow make it work.
They So they got a few in after that.
Yeah, they did. I believe that was
definitely
their,
didn't go down without a fight.
I think that was their third round win in the map, and then they were able to win 2 more, but unfortunately not quite clean it up there towards the end. I think Purdue did a really good job actually of switching strategies towards the end, and we're no longer interested in just taking those gunfights. And Wrath, again, he wasn't very hot early on. On the defensive side of things, he was not super strong, but they set up and enabled him very well through the offense.
They definitely turned it on.
Yes,
we saw a lot of, honestly, a switch of those people we were highlighting there.
For sure.
In on that second half.
Yeah, Natural took a little bit more of a backseat there on the offensive. It was kind of interesting to see Purdue playing to each member's strengths.
Especially once they saw those cap can traps and frost traps coming in and catching them off guard, they played a lot slower, more tactical. They were definitely adapting to their enemy.
Yeah, it was good adjustments from EKU, but unfortunately they could not get there towards the end. But now we go on to Bank. And Bank, I haven't seen a lot out of this Eastern Kentucky team. It's kind of been a question mark for me going into this series. I'm interested to see how they perform on this classic, really.
Oh yeah, and Bank, which they made a lot of changes to kind of fix it, but Bank always had those long window views that you were just having to worry about. Back then, it was just glass on that window, and you were getting picked off one by one.
Yeah, we're gonna see the Habana ban here. And the Cade's gonna go as well, and both of those really make sense considering all the hatches across the map.
Yes.
Pretty key in breaking onto the sites. And there will go the Mirror Band as well. Mirror and Ying, 2 pretty classic bands. You're going to see those most of the time for sure.
Definitely. But it's surprising to see so much of that Mirror Band, especially since it's been a while since I played, but once they added, you just punch the other side of that mirror and it's useless. So that was a big nerve coming in. But still, that reinforced wall with a mirror, that breakable wall beside it is still that classic play that people just don't want to go against.
With the Cade band coming in, we will see the Azami now, and I do recall Lomo very much enjoying the Azami, making
Defenders,
his
protect your
own
bombs
sort
from
of
being defused by attackers.
random angles and breakable materials around the map.
Oh yeah.
And the Goyo pick as well, super strong here on Bank Basement.
Back since I came back, I've been playing the zombie a lot. It is just the off angles you can create with that character is really changes up the game for sure.
Yeah. And I mean, this is pretty typical of Eastern Kentucky. We're going for that stall once again. The Goyo shields, the Goyo canisters, really strong in denying lots of time,
up and running.
especially as you get down to the crunch time. Same deal with the smoke. So they're gonna want to stick near site a little bit, play for that late round denial. Lomo is gonna plan on being the roamer once again, as he's gonna set up in all sorts of various angles. These Valkyrie cams. Beautiful.
Now let's see.
Early fight over towards tunnel. And the Montaigne pick, Cape really enjoyed his shield operators. You can't go wrong with it. You do have to worry about it truly, because once they get into that door, bomb can go down pretty quick.
Yes, you get them in a corner with that diffuser, and it is scary.
Attackers have located a bomb.
No gunfights as of yet.
Countermeasure up.
There comes the Dokkaebi call. Natural's gonna drop the
Great
Colvix.
early pick from EKU.
And through the wall, the gunfight's continuing to go down as Wrath is gonna drop. And I'm not sure if anyone's gonna be able to get there to help him in time.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anyone close by.
And Colvix, as well as finding that pick on a Natural, does a great job of backing Cape off of the plant. So Cape is gonna be stuck in tunnel. I believe this is Thermite in garage. It's gonna be yellow.
Swapping mags.
And Wrath is still down. It is gonna get picked up. 4 versus 5, health advantage the way of EKU, and a minute on the clock. This is one of those moments where you just have to be careful. You don't want to give too much away, and Yellow is going to be able to find a pick on Colvix. That's going to open sight up just a little bit. Sin quick on the refrag though, taking down FPS. Spike is very close to going down here. Thermite going to try to blow up some of this hard wall. Will do so. Have to be careful of the pinch on the other side. Oh, and that's really strong. A zombie play there, gonna block out that chase. And things gonna take down Wrath. 30 seconds, team is splintered. And I mean, Lomo is just getting the hell out of Dodge as best he can. I mean, the shots keep coming through, but 25 seconds. Here comes the reinforcements. Never mind. They were gonna come reinforce, and then they said, we're out of there.
Yeah, as long as you get that pinch on the Monty, it's not much they can do.
15 seconds.
15 seconds to go.
I mean, they gotta work on the site, get the diffuser down.
10 seconds left.
All of them not getting absolutely destroyed. I mean, they drop down through the hatch, and 3 people are aiming at it. Eastern Kentucky University, they pick up round number 1.
Early game leads are always good, but still not enough to determine how this is going to go.
100%. Gonna go up to the second floor now. We are gonna see some comp changes here between the teams. Castle is the big one with all those windows. You can pretty much, it's a requirement.
Yeah.
Keep it
You're on
going.
bank. And there's the pick that we didn't see all last map, Capital. And he is super strong on this site. Lots of area denial with the smoke and the fire. Ace was banned last map. So he'll be the hard breacher going in for Yellow.
10 seconds.
Who coming out as well off the side of Sin.
5 seconds.
Picked up 3 in that last round, by the way. Very strong start for him.
Attackers must
Definitely.
locate and defuse a
You can
bomb.
tell this is the map they are a lot more comfortable on.
Yeah, so far so good for the Colonels.
Keep it deployed.
Their setup is looking pretty strong here. About what you want to see. Lomo is very comfortable with the zombie, as you can tell.
Deployed battery.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
It's just so nice to decide where you want that cover to be.
Yeah, you can just pick and choose. Gotta be careful with that angle, though. Wow. Colvix, he wants that guy. He's ready. Oh, he's gonna jump.
I'm going for that window fight.
I mean, Colvix ain't scared.
Looks like they scared them off that window as well.
He's him, actually. This is the dicey part about this site is there's so many angles that you can work.
Oh,
like look at
that.
this.
That's crazy. Just knowing where that door is, that shows the level of skill we're working with.
There's so many crazy angles on this site. You do have to be careful about where you position. Colvix doing a great job so far. Lomo as well.
Keep us successfully deployed.
Unfortunately, Colvix
There goes that one man army there.
Yeah, and Sin is looking for the refrag there. Dokkaebi phone call is
Attackers have
out.
located a bomb.
Early swing comes through. Moko not going to be able to pick one up with a shotgun. Cape will finally clean up Colvix, but a trade was there. Yellow's going to get dropped. Fortunately, Lomo swings out, is taken down. Sin quickly follows. And it feels like my man is just in every one of these situations. The miracle run. Could probably find one, but to find 4 and defuse, that'd be a task.
Attackers are activating.
Unlucky timing there. But if anyone's shown they've done it, it is Think.
We are going to see them play staff open on the first floor. That second floor can be so hard to defend, especially against a team like Purdue. We will transition, I believe, off of the castle. No, we will keep it. Mutant Smoke, looking to accomplish the same, similar time stalling
Attackers need to
goals.
locate and defuse as many bombs
Keep
as they
that
can.
pressure on. And as we were saying at the start, these are the best of the best schools right now. And we can definitely tell from this gameplay.
Yeah, ECAC, top division.
This is the clash of the titans right here.
Wall secured!
As I was. EKU doing a great job closing in the gap on map number 1.
Camera in position.
So far, so good, and keeping everything nice and tight here. And
Attackers
map
have discovered
number
the location
2.
of a bomb. 10 seconds left before insertion.
Razor wire ready.
Looks like we're going to be roaming.
5 seconds remaining.
And still here as we defend staff and open.
Attackers are moving.
Just want to
to
keep
defuse
playing
the
on that
bomb.
second floor, work vertically overall, especially as it looks like Purdue is going to be giving out the whole lobby side of the map.
Yeah, and really on this map, you want to have those spread out defenses, but with that Dokkaebi, it makes it real hard to catch someone off guard.
Just every time you one angle clear, just ask for a phone call. Lomo, you have to be careful here, especially against this patio challenge, especially on staff open. It's going to be where a lot of the presence is. Think is going to be spotted out. They have the info on him. Lomo looking to give help, but can't overcommit to it because of the patio. He's going to take a couple shots. The swing coming in from Thing tries to take one down. Is not going to be able to. This is just a pretty tight push here. And Lomo's going to do a great job of just getting out when the flashes get hot. Wrath going to take down Kolvix, unfortunately. And now, that gives Purdue all the space up top. And that's the bad part about this site, is once you give up top control, it's super hard to defend.
Through that.
Yeah, especially with that ram drone just taking out half that floor. You don't want to be seen in that room after that.
Sin, though, with a good gunfight win. On to Yellow. The Ash going to be taken down. Quick trade coming in close, but Sin manages to live just barely. 1 minute on the clock, so time management really not that big of a deal for Purdue. And I mean, Moko does a great job. I feel like that might be a miscommunication on Purdue's part, not realizing that that ace hole wasn't covered.
And it looks like with the more time they're giving up, the more EKU is just getting people on that side.
Yeah, they've stabilized pretty well here. Wrath gonna get taken down. He's gonna need to be recovered. Smoke is coming in. Is gonna deal quite a bit of damage to Natural, but he will find the kill in return. FPS goes down C4 out onto Natural. Will not connect. 1 versus 3, and I mean, they've got a corner that will take them down, and a stabilizing round really from EKU.
Honestly, they made that round look easy. They felt confident playing that one.
Yeah, didn't get too worried when the pressure was mounting. Gave up top control, but very, very easily kept cool, collected, and found the gaps in the armor of Purdue.
This is anybody's game right now, too.
Absolutely.
But EKU is looking real strong. They know this map, and
Attackers
they
need to
feel
locate
confident
and
on
defuse
it.
as many bombs as they
100%.
can.
And we will be going back now to basement, as this is the exact same composition we saw from the Colonels
Yeah.
in round number 1.
Personally, whenever I played this one, basement was always the most confident on defense. You don't have to worry about all those crazy windows to get shot from.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of horizontal plane movement that you can really take these gunfights on. I mean, it's really from tunnel over
10 seconds to insertion.
and then from garage in. But you're not gonna get work from elevator usually. You're not gonna get work from stairs. It's usually gonna be tunnel
Attackers are
or
moving out to
you're
locate
getting
a
work
bomb
from
and defuse it.
garage. And they have done a great job of controlling the vertical space as well, both with ability to maneuver top to bottom themselves as defenders, but also in denying area and space for Purdue.
Yeah, and we saw just then an early setup with that C4. I'm interested to see where that's coming into play.
Must have some sort of read there.
Which I believe it was also from the Valk, so you can play that
Yeah.
C4 off your camera.
Yeah. And notice Purdue is actually not pushing from the tunnel side. They're opting to work from top like we saw them do in
A
labs.
bomb has been located.
And it's going to pay dividends early on as Quick Cape will find the opening blood on the think. And wow, what a shot from Natural as Lemo's going to drop. And that is certainly not what you want to see if you're EKU. And I will say, if there's a site that you can win a 3 versus 5 on, it's going to be this one. But man, it's
Most
going to be hella
definitely.
difficult.
But man, you hate to see those gunfights lost. I had full confidence in them there.
Honestly, when you lose a gunfight like that to Natural, that's one of those where you just kind of tip your cap. You're just like,
Oh yeah.
nice shot.
Changing mags!
A minute and a half left on the clock. And Purdue's still formulating how exactly they want to go about this. There is still a decent chunk of utility to be worried about. Obviously, you have the Valk cams. The Goyo canisters are still up and running. One will be activated. And then you still have to worry about the smoke canisters. The biggest worry here is what do you do if you take a wrong step and you lose 2 people? I mean, could very easily happen here. Colvix unfortunately does get a bad timing and will drop. And the timing there from Marco, oh, will not be able to find it. And unfortunately, Purdue are going to clean them out. A couple of timing things there go the wrong way for EKU.
And those quick picks just are devastating in a game like this.
They'll do it to you. Then we'll head up once again to second floor. And we're going to have to see a pretty strong hold here. You do not want to drop more than 3 rounds. More than 2, really. You definitely want to win this one. Set yourself up for a potential 4-2
Defenders,
half.
protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
It looks like Purdue might be starting over towards lobby side. Oh, was
Man.
the cam be destroyed?
I want to be so honest, even just watching these people play against those drones make me realize I don't got it like they do. I'm out here using the whole shotgun clip. I'm using the whole shotgun clip on those drones sometimes. Once again, that just shows these level of skills, pulling off that pistol one tap with a drone like that.
Yeah, all these guys are champions, pretty sure. So, I mean, they're ridiculous. Man.
Yeah, no matter who wins, this is just an impressive game.
The Attackers' bomb diffuser has been dropped. Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a lobby side work here from Purdue. A couple of rapplers, but other than that, mostly just working through the front door.
This will protect us.
Each Kentucky need to be careful of the angles here.
We're in that awkward part of a siege game where it is just silence, trying to figure out where they're coming from and where they're at.
No shots, just. You gotta imagine the comms are pretty quiet too when they're like, "Hey, yo, hit the dopamine ball." There's the first flash stun from Sophia. And shots going out. No health done either way. We're a minute in.
Yeah, there wasn't really much follow-up to that stun.
Kovics has to be careful here, though, I will say. If he...
Oh, wait, they get away.
Oh, nice
Amazing
shot on the
dodge from
yellow.
Kovics.
Now in the minute 45, lots of pressure just got loaded onto Purdue's plate. You gotta figure out how to get a trade and to break on the site.
Drop the
But
bomb.
Kovics finds his
Getting
second.
yellow and natural that quick is very good for EKU.
Reloading.
Kovics finding a third. Takes down Wrath, and he's reclaimed this spot. He got peeled off of it in round number 2. He reclaims it here in round 5. Cape goes down. Moko gonna pick that up. Kovics finds his 4th. That's flawless.
That is amazing plays from Kovics there.
Good angles all around. Good angles all around. And that's gonna set EKU up to potentially grab themselves a 4-2 half.
Most definitely. I mean, we saw that dream with Kovics a couple rounds ago. They held it. They were a one-man army in there. They just didn't get any of those picks. Were unlucky on their timing, but they really showed us exactly how powerful that spot is on that round.
Cool, calm, and collected. Surely we don't see an actual striker pick here.
I'm
Defenders protect
so
your
honest, I
bombs
don't even
from
think
being defused by
I've
attackers.
ever seen a striker. They're newer, and if they lock this in, I'm just interested to see how that goes.
Gonna go back to the basement now, and I think the game plan here for Ishitagi is just don't get picked early. Just chill out, play your roam,
Camera feed up.
get out of dodge when things are looking tough. But play your life, most important. Sen, great valve cams so far.
And especially after that round, looks like we got Mako and Kovics leading us on EKU right now.
Yes, we do.
5 seconds left.
Moko having a great game thus far.
And those are our new players,
Out
aren't
to
they?
locate a bomb and
Moko
defuse it.
definitely is. Kovics, I believe he may have been on the roster last year, and this is a new. I'm not 100% certain on that, but maybe Kovics is just that new guy.
Well, either way, they are showing their worth to this team.
Doing great right now. Early damage coming out off the utility.
Attackers have
See you
located a
later.
bomb.
Looks like we got Lomo looking for those toes angle right there. Waiting for him to step in that razor wire.
Nope, Lomo just chilling on their own. And it looks like EKU is going to give up a lot of this third floor space. Think is still up there. He can play spoiler, and he will. Picks up Wrath. And there he goes. He drops down. He gets out of there. That's just a classic play in the Siege textbook. You have a roamer on a 4, they get a pick, you get out, you give the other team control. They're down a man, and no control really to show for it towards sight. And they still have to clear out Sin and Lomo from this first floor to really do much of anything. 3 players now have worked their way back down to sight. This is about as much map control as you can hope for if you were the Colonels. Shots coming through, and they do manage to find Lomo. Sin is quick on the pushback. Can't quite find a refrag. Is going to be able to pick Lomo back up.
Yeah, they didn't quite
Attackers bomb diffuser.
Oh, and a
drop it
great
in from the
trade.
hatch.
Unfortunate that Sin goes down, but Lomo does manage to get up and find a quick trade. 3 versus 3 now. But the problem is, with even a minute on the clock, this is such a hard site to push. Especially from up top. You can't work through tunnel. You don't have enough time. You're going to have to go through stairs, elevator, or a hatch. Hatches are going to be difficult because no hard breach. And they're covering stairs and elevator. This is going to be tough for Purdue. One hatched open in Bolt.
Which we've seen Think do the unthinkable, but not much to work with here on 26 health.
And his goal really is to just stay alive, play spoiler off an angle. No can be
Cutting off
balls
on that
there.
grenade was stressful.
And there goes the striker. Yellow's gonna drop Quick
If you
trade
get the
back
trade
in.
off,
But wait, it's a 1 versus 2 now. FPS. I mean, with 10 seconds left on the clock, it's really
10
just a
seconds
matter
to go.
of playing the time.
yeah, and
User
honestly,
is
with
going
that
down.
this time, it is a 1v2 with that person being down there with yellow.
Attackers are activating the bomb
If
diffuser.
Fusion's gonna go down in FPS, he takes the first gunfight win.
Defenders have eyes on the diffuser.
HP advantage.
Attackers need to protect.
2 Kolviks. C4 out.
Oh,
He's
not
gonna
quite.
miss.
Oh, but they're not expecting the wraparound, I don't think.
Oh, he is now.
Oh,
Here
no,
comes
they
the
can't.
gunfight.
Oh.
And Purdue, they managed to steal that one away. Just a couple of timely
a shot
errors.
like that, though, you can't really.
Just a couple of timely errors from EKU. They played that so well, though, Purdue. And that puts us into a tied half as we swap sides. And now Purdue is in a position to really make Eastern Kentucky work for this.
Got some interesting picks here at the Fenrir.
And Fenrir coming out, gonna just play to that area denial that you can work with on basement. I mean, really all it is just deny entry, deny entry, deny entry.
Yeah, if you can put pressure, there's only about those 3 or
Attackers
so
need to
entry
locate and
points.
defuse as many bombs as they
Can
can.
really only work from above, tunnels, and stairs. And you're hardly ever gonna work stairs. You know, get either a hatch to go through from up top.
And you do have that elevator to work with, but just dropping in on a team like this is not a smart plan.
Especially, I will say it worked out for Purdue in that last round because they dropped out at the same time. That was the most impressive part of that play. Is they were able to drop down, I think, 2 at a time. I believe it was yellow
10 seconds remaining.
and FPS. They dropped down 1 through elevator, 1 through vault
5
hatch.
seconds left
That's
before
how
insertion.
they were able to clean up EKU off of that
Attacker's
site.
objective is to defuse a bomb.
Mine going out.
Without some sort of coordination early, it can get pretty difficult.
Let's lock and deploy. Deploying shotgun.
So we'll start with a long angle on that balcony.
Looking to clear off some rumors. I think is the goal here. And there's plenty of them up top. 1 for sure. Sin's gonna walk through the front door. He'll go through lobby.
Aircraft right.
So far, so good. He's just gonna walk right on up. Momo gonna come in and follow.
They're not
after.
holding as aggro as Kolviks did on that defense there.
Don't believe so.
IED scanning.
Ooh, nice shot out of Lomo. Picked up that timing perfectly. That one goes natural. Unfortunately, quick trade. And off the backs of that Fenrir, Moko takes a lot of damage. Kolviks will take down Wrath. And Think is on 1 HP.
Oh man. 1 health and a dream right here.
There's the Fenrir. Lomo picks up Cape.
I won't make this easy for them.
Two versus 4. Plenty of time to work with. The problem is the funnel and the health advantage, but they make it work one way or
Attackers recovered
another.
the diffuser.
Now the 1v3 and a great shot out of Kolviks, who does a
Wonderful
great job
play.
in that round.
Yes, that Lomo and Kolviks both, I think, got all kills in that
I
round.
think so. I think Lomo had 3 and Kolviks had 2, if I'm not mistaken, and a wonderful job to win a round against the basement.
Oh yeah.
Now we're gonna see them go back to basement here, and I wonder if we're gonna see a shift in the strategy. Maybe not so much lurking, and a little bit more.
More just locking down
Yeah.
that night.
I wonder. Guess we're just gonna have to wait and see.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Mine out. Organ ready.
All set. Banshee deployed.
Setting for reinforce.
Like we're switching out that ace for a thermite. Some hard breach in there.
Probably see a
10
tunnel
seconds to
push
insertion.
then, more than likely.
5 seconds remaining.
Usually you don't just want to bring a thermite if you're planning to work vertical.
Attackers
Yeah.
must locate and defuse a bomb.
Swapping mags!
Usually you'd want to bring a Habana, but obviously the ban in place can't exactly do that. Ace would be your next choice.
Deploying shock drone.
We'll see a little bit of vertical work here, but I do think that overall the plan is to work over
Attackers have
towards
located a bomb.
tunnel. Or at least go through the side stairs over towards servers. So interesting to see how these two teams play this map on offense and defense as well. Very contrasting styles overall.
Yeah, you put it very well earlier with that unstoppable force, movable object.
Swapping back!
It's very interesting.
Tracker on the
because
prowl.
I feel as though when Eastern Kentucky plays defense, while they are roaming quite a bit, it's typically centered around one point vertically. So they're all right on top of one another, just on different floors.
Oh, great pick there from Ryan.
However, I feel like Purdue, they roam a little bit more freely across the map in all positions. And I mean, what
Whoa,
a shot
Colvix.
out of Colvix. That's his third in the round. He's gonna be
Was it
free to
Bob?
pick up Moko
Once
here.
again, showing that you do not
Attackers
mess
have
with
recovered their
Colvix
And
this game.
I think honestly, this is the weakness of this Purdue team here. I mean, you're holding one of the hardest sites to break on. I mean, Basement Bank is known for being a fortress, and yet you've lost both rounds back to back over what I would consider to be roaming.
Yeah, it's like Icarus here.
Flying too close to the sun, very accurate. I mean, now EKU, they can just break on the site super easy. There it is. Just have to be careful. You are down in HP. You don't want to give up a free 2 picks here. The flashbangs are certainly going to help your cause. Back to back to back.
Just bullying them
Yeah, I
right
mean,
now.
really. He will get the diffuser down here. That's the biggest thing. And Lomo is
Lomo
there for the
covers it.
help.
From the hatch, too.
Yeah.
Shooting before I even would have comprehended they were there.
A good round win from Eastern Kentucky. That'll put them up 5-3. And there we will see the switch in terms of defensive site. Purdue's going to go up to the second floor.
Still not my preferred. You got that top and bottom to look out for.
And we will see the Scopos in action here. I'm not 100% certain on the rules surrounding that, but
Yeah, I can only speak for Valorant, but typically we see bans on
Attackers
new
need to
agents,
locate
but
and defuse as many bombs as they can.
gonna assume it's fine. Benefit of the doubt.
Think of the magnet as your lucky charm. Razor bloom, go now.
I will say, rules or not, I am interested to see how this operator is going to play in this level of skill.
100%. That is something I can agree with. And I think, noticing the change in bomb site, we will see the Capital come out off of
10
Lomo.
seconds to insertion.
And that is very, very crucial in
5
securing
seconds
this
to
top
insertion.
site. You desperately need those smokes and those fire bombs to clear out specific
Attacker's
angles.
objective is to defuse a bomb.
And I think we will definitely see Colvix be very careful of that one angle.
I'm reloading.
You read how you play. And I'm certain that he's going to be double checking that quite frequently.
Loading back.
Zip lining over towards Plaza. think, taking down a few windows. And Purdue is playing a little bit more clumped here. They're really focusing on maintaining control over towards the upper side.
Sequential breaching activated.
Making sure they're keeping care of the lounge and the janitor closet. Early bomb going out. I believe gets jammed by the mute.
They were not happy about that.
That's rather unfortunate for sure. He's got to be careful. I mean, those mutes, man, they will get you.
Oh yeah.
Red paint coming out.
Really, I think ideally you want to try to get those
he's
witch
going
drones
back.
in there to break them.
He's going back. He's got another one. I mean, he can stand down there. Well, now he's like, I'll throw a regular gun here.
It's just really putting pressure there.
Half the round gone. 5 versus 5 still, and barely any shots fired. No damage dealt whatsoever. And this is how you gotta start working this. The reverse raffle Colvix. Let's see if he can light himself on fire once more. Is gonna break that castle. So that'll give him some leeway, and this could be an
Ooh,
incredible
they know.
timing, yeah. Moko did take a little bit of damage. A minute on the clock, though, and the Colonels have not really made any progress towards the site.
Half of them are not even in the building.
Not really worried about it, because you can grapple in just as quick. The problem is there's really not a lot of info to go on. You can't exactly just swing yourself in there without 3 Purdue weapons lighting you up.
Looks like they did get some info there on where the people are at least, but they're still not wanting to be in this situation. 30 seconds to get on there and plant it.
They're still looking for picks. If they find one, they might go, but Wrath runs out, finds 2, I think maybe even 3.
Attackers recovered the bomb.
Natural takes a swing.
This
That's
has
the-
been Colvix's game.
I mean, this would be a miracle.
With 7 health, you're
7
not expecting
HP,
a win
10
here, but
seconds,
maybe they
yeah.
can bring someone
10
down
seconds
with
remaining.
them.
Yeah, he's just gonna take the time. He wants to. He's giving the team a little bit
5
of
seconds to
time
go.
to talk about what they want to do. But that's the problem when you get stalled for too long.
Operators,
You just
you are out of
allow someone to make a play knowing that you're not going to react. And there is the roll call out. No Scopos. Is banned. There's a little discussion going on in the chat. Just double checking the rule. But I believe you were correct. It is the same as Vels. New agents won't be allowed for, 2 weeks. So I don't know how exactly that's gonna work in terms of, changing score,
Defenders, protect your
or
bombs
if
from
that's
being
gonna be
defeated by
around
attackers.
forfeit. I'm not equipped to make those calls.
Yeah, we're just here to watch the game.
We're just here to have fun. So,
Attackers have located a bomb.
Loading new magazine.
Setting a welcome mat.
So we got a bit of conflicting information here. We have what we've heard and the team's heard, but we have someone in chat saying they are allowed now in ECAC, but
Changing mags. Reinforced.
we'll probably figure that out, come back next week with a lot more solid of an answer on that.
10 seconds left before insertion.
yeah, maybe we might pull a quick intermission
5 seconds
between,
remaining.
assuming this goes map 3. Probably take a second,
Attackers' objective is
give
to
the
defuse
teams
bomb.
a quick second to go, take a quick break, give us a quick break. So guys, I don't know if you know this, but casting is pretty difficult. I'm talking about the game for hours on end.
Oh yeah. Man, worse than manual labor, some say.
yeah.
Some say. Not us, but some
Some
people.
may make that argument. It will be the first foreplay. I believe it's Tellers. And
Looks like we got some damage on Castle through that window, just breaking it.
yeah.
There's no way of knowing if it's luck or just predicting it, but for EKU here, we say we knew what we were doing.
Reloading. Cover me.
This is a quick run. This is very tight here. It can easily get spotted out, but Cape, I mean, man. Able to find one, FPS finds a quick another, Cape finds another.
Drop it.
3
Oh my
drop
God,
from EKU so fast. Damage through the wall. Kolvix is just taking it hard. He'll get flanked. Yellow drops him.
Pick up the magnet as
Quick round. We're gonna go
Got
around.
the
the
low
line.
mo here to make sure they don't hit it flawless.
I think he gets one. Nah, Wrath's gonna pick him up, and yeah, that's a Purdue flawless. Problem is now they're gonna have to go back to basement, and if they do that, they simply cannot afford to play it the way that they have been. Yeah, there it is. They will be going back to basement, and to be successful, Purdue they can't afford to play it like they have been. They need to consolidate their roaming and make it a little bit more easier for themselves to not get thrown off by EKU's ability to, clear them off their roam.
Yeah. Like you said earlier, it is
Protect your bombs
just
from being defused
an
by
interesting
attackers.
play style to see on basement. You have that locked down site, but then you're having more people
ready to activate.
off of it than protecting it.
It's just one of these sites where it almost feels like the best play is the simplest one. Obviously in Siege we see some pretty complex plays work a lot of the time with the way they set up sites, their rotations, what utility they want to use, where, the soft destruction that they can use.
10
But
seconds left
on this
before
site,
insertion.
I think the tried and true method is really just so strong
5
to the
seconds
defense.
Oh, yeah.
Hold your angles, tap heads.
Attackers' objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
That is the dream, though, isn't it?
Oh, that's a nice bit of early info. And see, they're playing over towards lobby. And this could get dangerous for them if EKU can play this correctly.
They did, but we saw in that first half with Kolvix that lobby is a scary, scary place to be.
Changing mag.
See what they can make happen here. Kentucky University doing a great job of taking their time droning out what they need to drone out. And this is one that you really want to win if you're either team. Secure yourself moving forward.
Most definitely.
At least get yourself a guaranteed OT, potentially a map win if you win the next 2. A minute on the clock's already gone by, and like you said earlier, that scary kind of eerie vibe when it's just silent on the map.
Catching hard breach.
A really big fucking hole. Come.
Say something I'm not allowed to repeat.
Mako.
Okay.
I mean, it happens to the best of us, but man, is that unlucky.
Kolvix is gonna look to make up.
The attacker's
But,
bomb diffuser has been dropped.
Yeah, it's certainly not what you want to see. And there goes the impact grenade. Kate's gonna find Kolvix. Yeah, and look, Purdue is so much more consolidated on this site. Pretty much 4 or 5 players playing right on top of
Swapping
it.
mags.
Now, granted, Moko did make a little bit of an oopsie, but I mean, this is still definitely going better for them than past rounds.
Moko has been electric the game so far, so we're willing to.
Wait, thinking Lobo, they just drop on in. Pushing from the side
And
that they
Zink gets
weren't
another.
protecting. Stink finds 3. 2, I mean. Puts it into a 1 versus 3.
This is an edge of the seat situation here. Both of us.
I mean,
would have been thinking,
how does this
wins
happen?
the round?
Purdue, they stack up on server side so strong that they leave open vault hatch and elevator.
That is-
Think and Sin and Lomo all drop down, find their kills. Think finds 3 in the round. And I mean, that's just one of those plays where they find the crack in the armor and they exploit so strong.
those are the kinds of rounds that you remember them.
Very, very strong. And look at that, Kolvik's leading the packs 12-7. Moko pretty close behind.
Doubling second frag here.
Wrath and Cape following up their pace quite strongly, 10-9. And Natural has slowed down in game number 2. He was a force to be reckoned with in game 1, but has slowed down significantly. Rest of EKU pretty evenly dispersed. 5 for Think and Sin, 6 for Lomo.
Now, Yellow here, though. They might not be getting a lot of picks, but man, those picks they are getting are high value.
I agree.
Because I'm seeing here that 5 and 8, but it feels like we are seeing Yellow's name at those moments that matters. But we do see Moko here on a different.
The attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped. Attackers recovered the
That Montaigne. Honestly, I'm pretty intrigued because of all the sites that you want to use Montaigne on. Typically, it's not gonna be second floor.
Most definitely.
You're usually gonna see, Montaigne get used, first floor, lounge, tellers, and basement for sure.
Definitely.
But the second floor, I'm sure they can make it work if they get into the B bomb, but there's simply no way Montaigne's getting in that A site.
Swapping mags.
We're seeing a pretty similar execute here. I believe that Flores with Think has been on that roof every round. They've got a method to the madness for sure.
And they know how they want to play this. Do need to be careful of the Wrath run out again.
Oh, here we go again.
That's the same cat and mouse. The mute jammer just so strong. Colvay's gonna throw his nomads out, clear out Roamer.
Repulsion device planted.
We're looking for cams.
We can push forward!
Moko looking clear. We'll take down.
Oh, such unlucky timing there, but
When Wrath picks up 2 onto Colvix, the second one goes. That's tough. Moko goes for the mute.
now as we saw last round, EKU definitely can come back on these.
Yeah, Sin, I believe, did just pick up Natural. A close gunfight here it is. Think versus 2 players. The swing comes out. Lots of damage done to Yellow. Yellow's actually still aggressing. Will back up into Janitors.
I mean, with those 2 people here, I think, honestly, my money is on Think here. We've seen what they can do. I'm fairly confident they get some of these here.
Gunfight's going back and forth, and Lomo jumping right on in. Trying to take space within the site. Wrath swings, finds his 3rd, takes the 4th gunfight. Will not be able to find it. Sen is lit up. Think will take down Yellow. 2 versus 2. 25 seconds left on the clock. This is as tight as it's going to get. Health advantage is about even. One shot to either Wrath or Sin will put them down. The damage coming through. Sin coming in from the swing. Will get pre-fired by Cape. Wrath finds his 4th in the round. We're going to OT.
Oh. This is not a situation you want to be in either. That is when your stress levels are high and when performance can get a bit thrown off by it. But let's just hope here on EKU we've got that lock-in mindset, not that make mistakes mindset.
Yeah, because it's OT, Purdue will be allowed to go second floor once again. And I don't know how much I like the Montaigne pick if we stay second floor. I think, if you want to rock a shield up, I think Blitz might be the better pick. But we can see how it all unfolds. That round, all things considered, very, very close.
Yeah.
Wrath,
Defenders,
though,
protect your bombs from being
finding
defused
floor
by
in that
attackers.
round, just not what you want to see in that moment if you're EKU.
Which, I do get to keep my money. Think did get their 1 there.
Stay clear of the blast zone.
Did.
Defense is reloading!
That is one thing
Attackers
I
have
have
discovered
for
the
sure
location of a bomb.
noticed is Think is very confident in what they can do.
Think wins their
Welcome
ones.
back.
Yeah, notice as well Purdue
10 seconds remaining.
less roaming here on the defensive side.
5
We're
seconds
seeing a
left.
lot of play from Wrath here now.
Yeah, I mean, Wrath is not afraid to take these gunfights.
Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
That's one thing to keep in mind. Moko will be sticking with the Montaigne. Lots of activity from Purdue in lobby. Probably recognizing that's where Moko and Kolvik's pushed in the last round. Don't want to give that up for free. Run out from natural is not going to lead to anything. But look at how far Purdue are roaming here. If EKU get a read on this, they could just bust into sight here. There's really only one player.
And we do see that Claymore, that's it. We do see that Claymore going down there to try to prevent them just getting walked out on like they did that one round.
Purdue will consolidate back on site. Eastern Kentucky have taken control of the lobby. 2 minutes on the clock. Still plenty of time to work with. As they pretty much got half of the map controlled. The problem is getting the other half. The good news is that it doesn't seem like Purdue is especially worried about this. But the bottom push comes in. The shots go back and forth. Kolvik's is lucky to escape with his life there.
Loading ammo.
Gunfights go back and forth a minute and a half.
And honestly, getting that tab on Colvix might just be poking a sleeping bear here.
Yeah, he can certainly light up at any moment. It looks like the push from EKU is happening on multiple fronts. Down
There it is.
at
Colvix
Kolvik's.
leans up there.
The bear awakens from hibernation. And now I think.
And now we got some play coming in from this Monty pick.
Look at how focused Purdue is on Moko, and that allows Lomo to find a pick through windows. And at this point, you can get real aggro if you were EKU. Quick Cape gonna find Sin. Quick Cape gonna quickly kill Think. The two-piece is strong. And Moko is now
Colvix might be able to
stuck.
get the rotate here though.
Yellow finds Kolvik.
Oh no.
Lomo quick on the trade though. Lomo Moko have plenty of resources available to them. They have all of sight. They have lots of info. The problem here, and that's great. They have him trapped. Yeah, that life ping should come through.
Oh no.
Quick Cape finds the third in the round.
And it looks like this plant's gonna give him time to pick up the last person.
Finds
Moko
FPS.
puts it
11
back
seconds.
down.
11
10
seconds.
seconds to go.
Oh, this is. He's got to win the gunfight. He can't commit to. He can't commit to a plant. He hops over. He's gonna find it. And with the overtime,
Operators, you are out of time.
Purdue, they've managed to barely hold on.
Yeah, Purdue there knew they had to just play that ring around the rosy, play out that time.
Oh,
But we've got EKU back on the defense, and that is where they started strong.
yeah, I bet we'll see a basement pick here from the side of EKU.
Yep.
And we'll go into double overtime if they take this one down.
Basement, a zombie, smoke. Like we were once again just locking down those sites.
I mean, this one's been close. This one has been close.
Definitely not one letting you take a breather here. It looks like we do have on that scoreboard Wrath and Kolvix both having 13 kills.
Yeah, Quick Cape.
I didn't even notice Quick Kick having
Double
14.
positive.
Bombs.
Those two are a force to be reckoned with.
It just feels like every, he'll have a couple quiet rounds. Next round, 4-piece.
Yes.
So difficult to play against him. But EKU, they're doing a great job. Kolvik's really showing what this
Attackers
team's made
discovered the
of.
location of the bomb.
Obviously, a great sense of teamwork overall.
Camera feed up.
I will say with EKU, we are seeing a lot of individual shining from this round.
For sure.
Each person's getting in there when the time matters. Whereas Purdue, we have seen each people do some impressive
5 seconds to
things, but you can definitely tell like those supports are doing their job, but they are definitely quick cape and Raph getting those picks.
Natural did start off strong in the last map, but slowly over time kind of felt like he regressed ever so slightly. EKU now in a win or lose situation here. Push this to double OT, that's certainly the goal. I think we might see Purdue hit from tunnel side here. That's where the outlines are pointing.
I bet EKU is discerning that now. I'm not seeing anybody on any of those valve cams.
It does look like we have one player over towards tunnel. But otherwise, looks like
the rest of them.
it looks like a roam clear.
It's like, yeah, we've got one up in main and one on the roof still.
Yeah, one lobby, one up top. Yeah, there's the push. They're wanting to work down these stairs. And they're
A lot of bullets going right by Mako unfazed.
Lomo's gonna take down Wrath.
See if Moko can get the trade there.
Quick cape is there.
Yeah, looks like Moko isn't going to play that one aggro, and I do not blame them.
This is actually a great bit of info. Sin runs out towards the garage and sees that no one's there, so they can play with relative confidence. But they're not going to get worked too hard from garage. Really just need to worry about their vertical plane and from tunnels. There goes the smoke grenade out. Be careful not to get picked here. Moko doing a great job of staying down, and 1:10 left on the clock.
Once again, I feel like Moko is just being traced by bullets this round.
Wait, Lomo is wanting to make a wrap here. Is he gonna get pushed and challenged off? Lomo does manage to find one. Yellow quick on the trade.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
This is difficult for Purdue. It's a nice read from That's a shotgun.
Oh, what?
Wow. A nice shot from Think. He's just like, all right, I got my one. I'm out of there. 30 seconds on the clock. Purdue, they've got to make this work. We've seen them do it once before. That grenade could certainly spell disaster, and it does. Yellow finds the first. Yellow swings and finds the second. It's all to Think now. He finds the first. Take the second. You gotta find it. Wins it.
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
That is definitely, once again, Think proves you do not want to be against them in a clutch situation.
Double OT. Eastern Kentucky University on the offense. Man, oh man. Look at that stat line. Colvix and Lomo. They're finally up into double digits. Think and Moko, I mean, talk about as even killed as you can get. 9-9-4, 9-9-3. Wrath on the side of Purdue, 13 kills with 6 assists.
6 assists is just crazy work.
It was closing in on the triple double. I don't think he's going to be able to get it
Protect your bombs from being
in
defused by
this
attackers.
game with only 1 round remaining. Nevertheless, an impressive map number 2 from both of these teams.
Camera feed up and running.
We will see Purdue go for this.
Oh, it got broke, but they did slip right by
I thought
that
the cam was
music.
going to slip by too. But unfortunately, Purdue, they did clean that up. The handiwork of FPS.
10 seconds to insertion. 5 seconds to insertion. Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse
Here we
it.
go. For map number 2. Win. For EKU. Go to map number 3. On Cafe. Lose. And that's the first series of the new season dropped.
And honestly, I'm just going to go out and put it out there that I do think if EKU wins this round, they're good. Their defense is pretty solid. This is definitely a battle between two very strong defense teams.
Shield ready.
I'm not sure. It's been a minute since I looked at the rules, but I think this is just winner takes all with this last round.
Is it?
I don't think win by 2 is in effect. So, they can win this one, they can take it home. This is an early gunfight. Kolvix wants it. Knows he's there.
If Kolvix can get this pick here, that is massive.
He wants it.
And with that util being used, they might get confident and swing that staircase here.
Is it C4?
I'm reloading.
He's just sitting on that staircase. Some info might come out.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Drone's there. I think they still know that he's there. Yep. The shield is the problem. Min 15. It's so tough.
Throwing frag.
The
Oh, that's a
drones
good
go
nade,
out,
though.
the frag destroys the shield.
Oh, that's risky.
It takes the gunfight, the team kill comes in, Sin takes down Think. Just a miscommunication on who was taking the gunfight. Sin B's go out, they spot out one player in servers. Gotta take this one down. The push in flashes out, stunned them all around. Gonna be able to find that kill. 40 seconds to work off of.
This is a 3v4. We are up here.
Momo's into the back.
Let's see. Are they going to be able to get that diffuse off on that corner while it's on fire?
Momo is in such a great spot. He cannot get caught. Quick Kid gonna find Moko. Diffuser goes down, and Loma, I believe, has made himself known in the back of Bull. He does manage to find Wrath, though. Diffuser is going to get picked up. 10 seconds left on the clock. Has to go down. He's going to try to stick it, but he won't be able to the fire. Kolvik's getting lit up. Yellow finds Lomo. Sin takes down the trade. The Diffuser gets dropped. Has to stick the plant if Cape can get there in time to kill him. And that's going to be the series. Oh...
What a way.
Heartbreaking way to go out. Man.
Oh, we are getting a stay in lobby there, though. This could be deliberation on the ancient.
That's true.
Yeah, comp discussing the mistake.
Yeah. So, with that all said and done, we will have to, take a look at that ruling. From the side of the ECAC, figure out what we're going to do with that, because we did go into double OT, a 1-round difference. If they get that round win because of the character, then that would mean we go map 3.
Yeah.
We're going to take a very, very quick break. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back when we have some sort of ruling.